From the deep dark reaches of Star Trek Online comes Nikodas, Tabbytha, and Grebog with another episode of Fleet Action Report.
Hello, and welcome to Fleet Action Report, the show where we don't just play the game, but we teach you how to play the game.
That was Nikodas, our science officer, decoding the mysteries of the universe one episode at a time. I'm Tabbytha, your starship engineer, keeping us warp capable and pun powered. And here's Grebog, the admiral of strategy, navigating us through the galaxy of gameplay.
This is episode 191, Space Spider Infestation. As always, you can support us here on Twitch, which, you know, like, follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We also have, we have YouTube, and we have coffee and all kinds of stuff if you want to help us along. But you just being here is all the support we really need. So thank you.
I heard the pause in your voice and then the slight trembles as you continued, like you were trying to keep from laughing.
I mean, you know, calling me the Admiral of Strategy, you know, that's a bit, I don't know. That's a lot of talking me up about something I probably am not, may not be the best. Who knows? It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
I'm just finding it funny. Nikodas is a science officer.
I know.
You know, when she first said it, or when I first read it, I kind of balked at it as well because I tend to play tactical officers. However, in real life, I'm an EMT, which is a medical career, which would be part of the sciences.
Yeah.
So, take that as you will.
Take that.
Even though I'm always playing tactical, like, I tinker with computers all the time. And so, and like in the military, I worked on helicopters. So, yeah.
You also do digital artwork, which is, in Star Trek, I suppose it would be akin to making holo programs, which is an engineering thing.
Yep.
All right.
Grebog, how's your week been?
My week has been interesting. I've been getting a character ready for the new build. One that I haven't really invested a lot of time into before. So I have him right now with 5 ships, I think it is, that are set up and ready for mastery leveling. Fortunately, they're all like mostly escort style, so I just kind of took the same build across all of them and didn't care. I mean, if I'm just mastering them up, sure, if I were to play those ships, I will likely modify them a bit, make them better, but they are probably good enough to do, like, you know, the mastery leveling. Let's see, what else have I been doing? Well, I was doing the red alerts, because red alert, yeah.
So many red alerts.
I got into the Hearthstone stuff that they dropped into WoW. That's a little interesting. For those that don't know, there's some free goodies. If on the top of the hour, there's a weird event that happens in the new big city that you can get new pets and mounts and stuff. I know there's at least one mount and a couple pets, but yeah.
When does that end?
Nimue probably knows.
I still need to get on there and do some of that. It's been hard still fighting this illness, but maybe I can get on there this weekend.
It's part of the whole they made it every 30 minutes and extended it by several days.
Okay, good. So I have time. Yay.
Yes. Let's see. Outside of that, I was playing some Pow World. I need to go back in there and get one of my incubating eggs. We don't have a whole lot of incubator slots open, so I try to go in, and whenever I set one up, I pull my egg out so that way someone else might be able to use it if they need to.
You said that, but we should have like 15.
They're all
if
full.
Not more. Oh,
well,
wow.
But one. There are people I don't know who. Well, I should say I'm not going to name names. They're on the signs. There are certain people I'm not so worried about because I know that they are still playing daily. There are certain other people I was hoping by my little comment that would encourage them to log in and pop their new pals out. But
I need to get back on there too. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
But anyway, yeah. So I got my guy up to 17 in Pal World. Ran around catching lots of sheep, chickens, and other things that I didn't have 8 of. Yeah. Let's see. That's been a lot of my time. I've been investing, into STO and whatnot. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Tabby, how's your week been? What have you been up to?
Oh, my week's been pretty good. I've been doing a lot of the red alerts, just like everybody else. Did some raiding last night on my Beast Mastery Hunter in World of Warcraft. Not aside from work, not much too else. I've gotten into a rhythm, kind of a habit with Nimue of like logging in every morning and doing like whatever daily activity is. So that's gonna help make sure that I don't miss any days on whatever event is happening. So that's been that's been really nice. Just kind of logging every morning and doing the thing. But other than that, not too much. But yeah, it's gonna be fun putting that build together for next week because like Torps is something that I have never done. So yeah, that's gonna be I've got to build something completely new from scratch.
Yeah, I haven't done Torps either, so that's why I've been spending a lot of time setting up ships and getting them ready to master. So then, Nikodas, what have you been doing?
Most of my gaming time has been taken up with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I have had a lot of fun playing that game. There is an absolute ton of mini games in it. And a new card game, which is odd. There's a lot of questions I have about the story. So, and since they've announced that there's going to be a third one, I've got this sinking feeling that I'm not going to get my questions answered by the end of the game, but we'll see what happens. Outside of that, I'm still fighting an illness, as you can hear. And I've done a little bit on STO. I did a lot on STO over the last couple days, trying to get our stuff ready for our 2 builds that we're going to be featuring over the next month. But yeah, it's been fun putting it together. I had a torpedo build, and we featured it on our show way back on episode 66. But there's been a lot of changes to the torpedo meta since then. So I had a lot of updating to do and have done. So yeah, I'm broke right now. I have very little EC on this character. I have even less fleet marks and fleet credits. I'm essentially broke. That's why a lot of my stuff that you see here is still Mark 12 or Mark 13. I don't have the Dilithium to buy the Phoenix Prize packs to update it. So that's going to be my goal over the next week, getting everything up to at least 15, if not epiced out. But we'll see how that goes. And that's been it for me. For this weekend STO, they started an Admiralty bonus week today, runs until the 21st. Admiralty missions give bonus rewards, double campaign XP, and tour of duty missions give bonus Dilithium. So break out your Admiralty while you have the chance. And I'm going to pass the reins over to Tabby for the next one.
New ship. They have given us a new lockbox ship. The Orion Temporal Science Vessel. This is an Infinity lockbox ship, and the ship itself is similar to many other Temporal Science Vessels. Now, if the name Orion Temporal Science Vessel isn't ringing a bell, well, it is the same one that was that the USS Enterprise 1701 encountered in the Strange New Worlds crossover episode with Lower Decks, the one that Tendy's grandmother was on, the one that originally discovered the portal. Actually, I will pull it up. Let's see, STO News. Since I'm sharing my entire screen, I can pull it up.
Episode, really those old scientists, as Twain.
Yep, those old scientists. It's this one right here. Yep, that very attractive ship. I believe that one is that one also was in the the classic TOS episode. What was it? Hang on, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I do know it was also in a classic original series episode.
Journey to Babel or Babylon or something like that.
So yeah, it wasn't just a Lower Decks. Here's a new ship thing.
Yeah, because I remember there was some discussion on it. Like, people were like, "Oh, that doesn't look like a Star Trek ship," and people are like, "You don't know your lore, do you?" But yeah, the Journey to Babel. Yeah, the TOS episode Journey to Babel. Babel.
Interesting. Okay.
Or Babel. Babel. However you want to pronounce that.
Centaurs.
Look at this. Tell us about the sales.
So there is a sale going on. I was hoping for a sale, but this is not the sale I was hoping for. From now until the 18th, you have 15% off key sale, and the 20 key bundle that includes an ultimate tech upgrade is in the store. There's also a lobby sale, 20% off everything in the lobby store, and 20% off on ships in the Dilithium store. That's kind of a misnomer, though, because there actually aren't any ships in the Dilithium store, but there are ships that you can buy with Dilithium from a ship vendor on your home city, wherever that is.
The ship vendor is the Dilithium store for ships.
Yeah.
And you can get you can use Dilithium to buy vanity shields, and that actually is in the Dilithium store. It's right there. Boom, you can get any of those.
It's a way for you to pick up any of the tier 4 or before ships that have consoles on them that are part of a set that you are been wanting or missing.
Or weapons, like quad cannons.
Yeah. Because you can come in here and look at all
the original quad cannons were on a tier 4 ship.
Yep, and the tier 2, tier 3 temporal light cruiser, I think it is, has the M2 computer, which is still used in a lot of builds.
Maybe that is something we need to create a list of ships and their consoles that are you can buy with Dilithium.
T3 Temporal Escort. Thank you, Dwayne. You know, we could probably do a show around that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it won't be around a sale, but they normally don't give us enough notice to do it around a sale. And it does look like if you are in a fleet, that if you go to buy ships, you also get your fleet discount. Well, you always get your fleet discount for the Dilithium store stuff. So if you are in a fleet, on top of that 20% discount, you will get another 15%. So it's a 35% discount right now for those that have a maxed out discount from fleet. So just note that as well. I guess I never really thought about that until just now when I was looking at the thing saying 35% off. All right. And then today started a new part of the event campaign, Tholian Trouble. And you have 14 completions. You have now until April 4th to get your completions. This is 3 weeks. And you only have 2 TFOs to run. Both of them are space, so you don't have to worry about that for those that dislike ground TFOs. Unfortunately, they are both mostly timed. I say mostly timed because Vault is timed up till the final encounter. Then the final encounter, you just go.
Didn't they tweak? Didn't they make some adjustments to Vault though?
They did. It's supposed to make it a little easier to not, they're supposed to fly in bigger packs instead of you having to fly all over willy-nilly trying to find ships to blow up while they're trying to ensnare the vault.
The blog post also stated that you could force the timer to advance.
Yeah, it said that if you finish all the packs, it'll immediately start the end encounter or something.
Yeah, so
there is a question about that. There's another content creator who made a post that said the entire blog post about the changes was just a copy and paste from the last year. So I don't know if they actually made changes to these TFOs or not. We're going to find out here in just a few minutes.
Well, they made changes last year, because with the Azure Nebula, when it went in the event last year, we all saw the changes then. Like on the mini map, this Azure Nebula is timed. There is no way around the timer. Though you're supposed to be able to get more rewards, because once you get a certain number of points, everything becomes bonus or something to that, and it's not. I can't. Yeah. Anyway, but it's still it's completely timed all the way to the end. There's no forcing that one to progress faster. But if you look on the mini map, it's supposed to tell you whether it's a 1, 2, 3, or 4 at one of the 4 points, so you can see where to go with the mini map versus having to scan the horizon and see. And for those that have played that one before, understand why I say scan the horizon. But okay, so the reward, yeah, they say both have been updated in the thing. I don't know that they've changed since last year, but we'll see. The reward is...
Yeah, we're going to see.
You get 50 progression points for the event campaign. So depending upon where you're at with that'll move you along. And then you also will get a new universal kit module, which it sounds interesting. It has a passive, which is one of the first times we've gotten a kit module with a passive, which likely means it's not going to work. I'm sorry, Cryptic, but when you try something new,
we don't have much faith in you.
Well, when it's great seeing them try something new. Unfortunately, 90% of the time when they try something new, it doesn't quite work as intended. But the passive is whenever you enter combat, you'll get a Tholian assault drone that will start helping you in combat. The drone has...
No, the bug is going to be it starts attacking us in combat.
Well, I figured it will either stay, or every time we enter combat, we'll get another one, and it like it will never despawn, and we'll just have tons of these drones floating around. Or another option is it just never shows up. Either way.
Or like all of the above, or like it never despawns and keeps spawning every time we enter combat, and it attacks friends.
Yeah, yeah. But it's supposed to also have a use ability, which is a charge up radiation blast, which does energy environment resist. Yeah. Basically, it's supposed to be like the if you fought Tholians in their spacesuits, which is pretty much anywhere that you didn't have to have your spacesuit, you get to do a beam that blasts. It says they called it a devastating blast. I would like I'm wanting to see it before I decide that it's devastating or not. And it's supposed to do a major knockback.
It could be a tickling blast.
Yeah. This says it's also a cone instead of to me, a blast kind of made me think of a like the Shaq's cannon, where it just did a beam that went straight. This says a cone, so it'll be interesting. We'll see. It does have a 24.6 second recharge time, so that it'll be interesting if that gets tweaked or if that's good enough. And also you'll get 3 TFO reward boxes, which means you can either pick specialization points or an enhanced universal tech upgrade. And as always, I always recommend on that one to take the specialization points if you don't have your specs maxed out. If you do, then I guess take the upgrades. I still have alts that do not have all their specs maxed out, so yeah.
There was a patch today, and this was a big one. For the last week or so, there's been a bug in the game, or a feature in the game, where certain bridge officers were not gaining access to their traits. Specifically, the Superior Romulan Operative and Watcher Operative traits were not functioning. That has been fixed, supposedly. I haven't actually tested it, but supposedly it's all been fixed.
Should
Allegedly.
be fixed now.
There was a workaround that was if you would unslot your bridge officers and reslot them, but that was per map. So anytime you switched maps, you had to do it again.
Nope, Augie has an update on it. The bug is still there. Only ones that are working right now are the Watchers.
Okay, well, they fixed the Watchers, but not the SROs. Good to know. Most of my captains are using Watchers because they're easier to get than the Romulans. So there you go.
I love Cryptic and all, but I cannot wait until they become a non-ND company and get some non-hobbyist coders involved.
Cool.
Dude, I felt that one all the way over here. Like, wow.
Well, I'm not cold anymore. I felt that burn.
I mean, I
Oh.
wish the best for them, but there's times that I'm like, what's going on?
No, I think we all feel that way occasionally.
Yeah, we all feel that way.
I love this game. I want the best for them and the game. Yes,
The-
and I'll
the
leave it there.
rubber-
See,
the rubber
we
banding
can
has
love
been-
something and yet still be critical of it.
Indeed.
Both
The
things
rubber
can be
banding is
true.
getting out of hand.
Both things can be true.
Yeah.
All right, so that's enough chit-chatting. Our primary target for the day is to run the event and actually see if there are any changes to these TFOs. So I am going to go ahead and queue us up. Would help if I would pull up the right window. Let's start with the Nebula.
Did the TFOs change? Are they still the same? Will we get dumped into a fiery death? Find out next.
Wee woo.
We will.
We will.
Yeah, yes, Dwayne. I agree. Hence my comment.
Well, we did arrive safely in the Nebula.
For rescue, but they are also more heavily guarded. The Tholians have captured a number of
So far, it is looking the same. I don't notice much different in the Nebula textures. I was expecting kind of a remaster. They made it sound like they were remastering it.
The way I read it was not a remaster of any of the art graphics, any of that.
Time here is limited.
It's more
Stay
that
focused,
if
plan
you
your
look on the
attacks,
map,
and save
mini-map,
as many ships as
I
possible.
now see
Every loss is critical for my people.
that there are very tiny icons.
They are really tiny. Like, they're tiny enough to be useless.
Yeah.
Like, if I zoom in close enough to be able to read them, I can't see them. And if I zoom in
Until you're
far
close
enough
enough.
out,
Yeah.
The Tholians are using their energy webs to trap your ships. Target and fire at
okay,
the nodes
like
to
A
get
for
your
effort, but F
If
on
you are
it,
caught
like,
inside the web, try to destroy one side of it and escape before it collapses in on you.
So far, nothing's different on my end. In my
Other than the mini map.
well, the mini map was there last time.
but the icons on the mini map though.
Yeah. That's not new.
Okay.
Yeah, it did get remastered a few years ago.
2, I think.
Yeah, and the Horizon thing isn't new.
A Talis warbird is escaping.
So, like, there's nothing new.
So yes, they copy and pasted the old blog post, and that was that. Here, I'm just gonna park myself over here.
You know, I'm just gonna park myself here.
That's a little disappointing. Not
That's
surprising, but a little disappointing.
I too can copy and paste.
He's dead, Jim.
Oh, if we're gonna go into sound
I mean,
effects.
that's gonna be this game. They keep this nonsense up.
A Talis warbird is escaping.
That was harsh.
Well, the one.
I mean, but what you advertise changes that you're not making.
A
New
Delon
readings on
warbird is
sensors.
escaping.
That is
More
not
Tholian
a
ships
good
are on the way
thing to
here.
do.
It's almost like false advertising.
I mean, you're not wrong. Because I was actually like, this is one of my favorite places to take pictures. So I was like, ooh, they're making changes. I can't wait. I was really excited because like this area is like.
Does anyone
is
need help
pretty.
with the falchion?
No, I
We've
mean,
got
it's
4
already-
people over here.
Okay,
It's already dead.
I'm over here taking on the.
Falchion dreadnought is escaping.
I don't know. The Lin. Yeah.
Delon.
Salon, whatever.
It's not Delin. We're not in Babylon 5.
Hey,
A
one can
Delon
hope.
warbird is escaping.
I still think that the system they used to build STO would have worked better for a Babylon 5 game.
I think a lot of people would play B5 MMO.
I don't know if that's so much true anymore. It's been out of the limelight for so long that I don't know that it has the following needed. Although having another sci-fi MMO by itself, no matter where it was set, probably would get people to play it.
Yeah.
But
Hapax warbird is escaping.
with it being Star Trek, a lot of people wanted to see diplomacy and exploration, because those are big things in the world of Star Trek, where Babylon 5 was a lot more focused on combat.
A Delon warbird is escaping.
Wow. Did not expect that to happen so fast.
What?
I annihilated the tarantula that spawned.
A Falchion dreadnought is escaping.
And we got all our points.
I just sat here and I annihilated it before anyone got over here.
A Talis warbird is escaping.
So, if anybody in chat doesn't know, this is all there is to this. You sit here, you blow stuff up, you rescue ships, and you do it pretty much until there's nothing left.
Yes, the Phoenix packs are worth it because even if you have all the stuff, you still open the Phoenix packs for a chance to get an Epic Phoenix token. And if you don't get an Epic Phoenix token, you can trade them all in for the rare, and then get those Phoenix
Upgrades.
The Phoenix upgrade things. And
Also,
then you hang on to those for a Phoenix up for an upgrade weekend, and then upgrade all your gear.
and we've said it in the past, when doing upgrades of anything, do not do any of the upgrades that cost dilithium at the time. Meaning like there's superior tech upgrades and this, that, and the other. Those do not pay off in the long run. You will spend more dilithium that way than if you went and bought a crap ton of Phoenix boxes and turned them all into Phoenix
A
upgrades.
Delon warbird is escaping.
You'll get more out of the upgrade. Well, your dilithium for upgrade, yeah. Doing the Phoenix prize pack to upgrade tokens.
A Hapax warbird is escaping.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Does that make sense?
So yeah, once you have all the shiny goodies out of the Phoenix prize packs, keep opening them for the chance to get the epic token. And if you don't get the epic token, grind it down to get the tech upgrades.
A Talis warbird is escaping.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here because I know this is the most boring. Though it looks like, oh no, Adam.
Oh yeah, Nigel has a good point. Also, experimental ship upgrade tokens are sometimes put in the Phoenix store.
When they normally only do that during a Phoenix prize pack event, which is essentially every day during that you would get a free Phoenix prize pack from whether you go to DS9 or Drazana Station. That's when they like to drop in the experimental ship upgrades. So even if you don't need the upgrades, you can just hang on to the tokens, because they'll store in your account bank. They'll store it wherever you want to put them.
Nikodas went boom.
Yeah, I'm misplanned. This ship is a little squishy, but you keep moving and it does better. I stopped moving was my issue. And then they tractor beamed me.
See, I have the decentralized immunity on this ship, so if things get hairy, I just pop that out.
It also doesn't help that
Things
all
get
of my
hairy
weapons
like a
are
tarantula?
forward
Warbird
facing.
is escaping.
There we go.
I was getting ready to use it when the tarantula came, and it blew up too fast.
Ooh, they got me again. I don't even know what got me that time. Something hit me for 170,000 damage.
Warp core breach?
Oh, yeah, probably.
A Talis warbird is escaping.
That is the problem with that ship. If you're like, I get too close to, and that ship just cannot take an explosion.
How often do they do XP events?
XP events. I don't. I'm.
A Talon warbird is
They
escaping.
like to rotate them, and they're decently frequent. I don't know if I want to say every month or every other month might be more accurate.
A Haypax warbird is escaping.
I think the extreme longest would be every third month. I think it might vary a little bit based on other events and things that are going on in game.
Why do my fighters keep
A
shuffling
Talis
around?
warbird is escaping.
Oh, they will. Unless you put them on follow mode.
I do love this ship.
Oh, hey there, Nikodas.
Hello.
Fancy meeting you here.
And we's done.
I am quite impressed.
Wow, that was very difficult. I didn't expect to.
Do I need marks with anyone? Anyone? Bueller?
All right, I'm going to queue us up for the next one, and we'll see if there's any changes there.
Sure.
I'm ready when y'all are.
Did it not queue you?
See you.
Okay, we scared me for a second there, Tabby.
Yeah. Definitely coming up in the first contact event. Do that, even if you've already done the thing. Because you can either pick like one of the it gives you a cosmetic of the emblem for one of the various races, or like a pin that you can have, a communicator type, or you can get a, well, I think you always get the XP bonus.
We're here.
At least we don't have to fly inside.
True. In shuttles.
The vault.
Yeah, thanks Nigel for the reminder on that XP bonus token.
We should probably start planning our first contact day.
To go fight Borg. And we use the new anti-Borg set on that one.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
cannot remain in the battle. We must withdraw.
Force shields failing.
We will not forget what you have done for us.
Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 25%. Hull integrity below 50%. Fore shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right shield failing. Hull integrity below 25%.
I'm taking a pounding over here.
I laugh at your sad and ineffective web nodes. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, I'm in the Nebula bull crap.
Yep, no shields.
Also, no full impulse.
Yeah, that too.
I'll get there when I get there.
It's worse than I thought. It's worse than I
It's worse than he thought.
Now, don't make fun of Obasek. He's just trying to free his people. Never mind that his methods are questionable.
I actually like Obasek for story in the game.
I do too. I do think he's kind of a compelling
Are
character.
the target reticles new?
Yes. So that was one that was been here. That they one of the older changes is that they gave it for the ones that we need to kill, the ones that are putting up the web now have a nice big red go kill them button or icon over them.
Target shields have failed.
I mean, that's helpful at least.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Yeah, you still have to chase him down, though.
Yeah. So far, in my opinion, there's nothing super different.
Have failed.
Yeah, aside from the markers, there's not really any significant difference.
The markers aren't new. They were here last year.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they were here last
Oh.
update.
Yeah, shows you how long it's been since I've been in here.
Well, this is not a favored one for a lot of people to run because of it's timed and pain in the butt for, well, it used to be. So yeah, not a lot of people's favorite TFO.
Warning.
Of course, nor is like Azure Nebula. From what I've heard from some people.
Yeah, I mean, Azure Nebula is a pain. I mean, like conceptually it's cool, but it's like the timed aspect of it, like
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
The Tholian bulk web is 20% complete.
How? Sorry, just asking an honest question here.
Warning, ship is under attack. Warning, ship is under attack.
I don't have an answer for you. It's a good question.
Oh, they got that group.
Well, they are not Radio Shack because we've got questions and they don't have answers.
Shields have failed.
There's Tabby, folks. Old TV commercial trivia right there.
She's gone and done it.
Kaboom.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Where did they go?
They're all dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jim.
Oh, they're spawning behind me. Oh, there's a group that is stuck inside the vault.
Yeah, they like to do that.
Warning, ship is under attack.
That
See
was
if I can get an
that was
angle.
one of those things that I'm kind of hoping. I was hoping that they would update and fix some of the pathing issues.
Well, fortunately for me, I just took out one, and because they were 3 of them stacked, they blew up each other.
Warning, ship is under attack. Warning, ship is under attack. Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
And it's not letting us outrun the timer
The
either
Tholian
because they
bulk
just
web is
keep
40%
respawning.
complete.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember the timer getting cut.
Well, that was supposedly something new they were adding.
Yep.
But that's another thing we
It's a drawback to indie games.
if only this game were being made by a name brand.
Warning, ship is under attack.
You mean somebody
The
like,
Tholian
I don't
web
know,
is collapsing.
Deca?
Excellent. The vault is secure, but we are not.
I'm going after the
Send some
optional
Tholian
first because
reinforcements
otherwise
approaching at high warp.
the
Prepare for
transfer
battle.
will be dead before
Defeat the
we get to
Tholian
kill the
flagship
optional.
if you can.
Well, if the 3 of us
Warning, ship is under attack.
go after the named one, then chances are. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, I'm in the wrong place.
Fore shields failing. Rear shields failing.
The Tholian flagship is defeated. Excellent work.
Oh, Nebula!
And there was one mesh weaver that had gotten away from the group, the battle group. And I got close enough to hit it.
Wow. That went by fast.
I never made it to the fight. I missed out on the boss.
I didn't shoot the boss either. I did take out a different tarantula.
So for those that don't know, if you kill the battle group before the boss, you don't get to kill the boss. It ends the TFO right there, and they go away. If you kill the special named one, yeah, you'll get technically more marks, and then kill the battle group.
Gotcha. So the named one first.
There's a lot.
All right,
I think
so,
a lot of confusion on that, because they don't make it clear.
So we determined that there were no updates to the TFOs, but that is your current event going on. Personally, between the two, I prefer the Azure Nebula.
Yeah, Azure Nebula is still a better one.
But yeah, no changes. So there you go. Same old, same old. Next week. So Monday's coming up. We'll do our fun night on Monday. We're probably going to be leveling ships and getting marks for the build that we're putting together. So that'll be fun. So tune in to watch us do that. And then Thursday, we're going to detail a torpedo build.
It won't be your, I guess, average torpedo build, or I don't know.
We're following.
Clear, we have some guidelines that we have set up because we know many people do not have every lockbox ship. We don't have every lockbox ship, and other aspects of some of the pricier items. So we are trying to keep it budget friendly. Would be a good way to put it.
Within reason. I mean, we still are doing the C-store ships, so those, of course, cost $30 each. Although we're avoiding legendaries.
I'm looking at the patch notes that they put out and said, plus our environment team has revisited the Azure Nebula itself to update its beautiful coloration and gaseous shapes. So when I read what I was expecting, I was expecting to log in and go to the Azure Nebula and see an update to its beautiful coloration and gaseous shapes for my image making.
I don't know that I saw a difference. Did you?
I did not see a difference.
What I read from the other content creator was that they literally copied and pasted the blog from last year.
Yeah.
So there are no changes, nothing
disappointed.
New. But we've seen them do that with the Red Alert event too.
Well, no,
to the point where they'll
even
have
patch notes. That was in the patch notes.
Oh, not just the blog.
No. Well, I'm looking at the Tholian Trouble blog that was on Friday, March 8th, 2024. So they are advertising this as content to be released. And so they're advertising this stuff coming out that they are doing. And so I'm looking forward to this content coming out that we're not getting.
Yeah, because it was just, as Dwayne just said, it's a simple copy paste. They didn't write a new blog. They used the one from last year or 2 years ago, whenever they did the original update to these. So yeah, it's a little bit false advertising because it gives the impression that it has changed again. It has been updated again, but as we just saw, it hasn't been.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's also something else I want to bring up. I've seen a lot of comments on this. Sphere of influence is broken right now. At the end of, or close to the end of sphere of influence, as you're running around inside the Dyson sphere, there is a console that you have to interact with. You have to do Simon Says with it. So it'll
that has
pop
been
up.
broken for months.
Yeah,
That
it'll
might
pop
be
up.
Been broken for a year over.
A lot of people have been complaining about it. I see somebody just posted in general chat, so I thought I'd bring it up again. It is still broken. They did not fix that with today's update. I tried to run it yesterday, and it you can't do it. You just can't. I thought if you would just pick the colors randomly, eventually you would find the pattern. But every time you fail, the pattern changes. So it is literally impossible to do.
Well, there's a chance that you could get darn lucky, but it's probably worse than playing the Lockbox game and opening up and finding a ship in a box.
Yeah, I even messed with settings. I was hoping that it would be like a color scheme or something to do with lighting changes. So I went into the settings and I even tried to change a bunch of stuff to get the little color Simon Says thing to pop up, and it didn't work. So as of right now, I don't even know of a workaround. It's just impossible to do.
From my understanding, it's been close to a year that's been broken. Or either that they fixed it once and it's now broken again. But I know it probably roughly a year ago it was broken as well. So
it's a feature, not a bug. Feature, not a bug.
Anyway,
all right.
If we want to talk about all the special features in this game, we would need to do a whole we here all night.
Yeah, so I'm done. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, the raiders that came in. We appreciate you all. And as always, I will see you out there.
Have safe, be fun, and don't fire yourselves on set.
Live long and prosper, everybody. Stick around. We will raid somebody and computer end program.